With the recent server shutdown, I was feeling nostalgic, so I loaded up my old LBP games and I was like, oh shit, I gotta archive all my levels. Luckily a website archived pretty much every uploaded LBP level, so I was like, let's rank them. Let's starting off, we got My King's Lair, which we're starting off with a bit of a stinker. The only cool part is when you shoot this bomb. The rest of the level is just a whole lot of nothing. You do run on top of fire for a little bit, and that's kind of neat. There's a button that I also, just for the life of me, couldn't figure out what it does. There's also this really stupid jump at the end, which thankfully I did on my first try, but I know that was just luck. This level's firmly going in the C tier. Next up we got enemies, and this one's a fucking classic. They are all around you, and you have to avoid them, so just don't get hit. They can't kill you, by the way. They don't do anything. You just run forward. That's it. And there's like a bunch of Mega Man bosses at the end. There's like South Park characters, and this guy. A whole nothing burger of a stage, but you know what? I kinda like it. I'll give it a B. Also, you gotta be careful at the end because you can kill the scoreboard. Don't ask me how it works, it just does. Next up we got Minecraft Song Challenge or something, I don't remember what it's called. I'm in my car right now and I'm on my phone because I forgot to record this when I did the rest of them. But yeah, it just says this and this, and no one, I don't think anyone actually said what their favorite Minecraft song was, and the scoreboard crashed my game. This level's going in a fucking D's row. Next up we got Plane Fight, where you can shoot these little missiles, or you can drop a fucking nuke. This level is firmly going in A tier. This sucks. Next up, we got Crazy. Crazy starts off with these little drums, then you collect some prize bubbles, and that's the level. In the description I say that there's a sticker at the end that you could move and then play with the rest of the stickers behind it. So I did just that, and there was a whole lot of nothing. There's also the annoying orange. I'll give this level a solid D. Next up we have Awesome Face Perfect, spelled wrong. This level's an eyesore and a half, but you know what? I kinda love it. Is it good? No, not even a little bit. But you know what? In a weird way, it's kind of fun. This is Awesome Face, right? I drew him. This is awesome. Then it shows a image that I drew of the Awesome Face, because 2011 was a different time. Then this guy comes up. And then this level swiftly transitions into our next one, an Awesome Face Survival Challenge. Awesome Face Survival Challenge is a cool level where you gotta bounce on the ball, just look at it. Do you see it? There's not much to it, really. There's some drawings that I did at the end. Other than that, that's the whole level. It's good. I'll give Awesome Face Survival Challenge also an A. Next up, we have Easy. When I came back and played this, I seen these bombs and I died, and I was like, there's gotta be a way to do this without dying. So I went at it a couple more times, and I found a way that you could do it without dying. Then a second scoreboard caught my eye. I have no idea why there's two scoreboards here, but I went ahead and I went for it, and I hit it. Was there any difference of hitting that one versus the other one? No. Turns out I actually put aced level gifts in this. I guess all along I knew you could do this without dying. I'll put Easy in the B tier. Next up we have Animal Costumes Giveaway. This level is exactly what you expect. It's just animals, costumes, things to collect. I didn't want these in my inventory, so I jumped over all the prize bubbles. I'll give Animal Costumes Giveaway a C because it's harmless. Next up we have Battle, where you can shoot these guys. We'll get back to those later. And you can shoot all kinds of things, including this weird laser and Peter Griffin and bounce pads. You can also get a scuba gear for some reason. You also shoot Juicy Juice. Don't ask me. To be honest, I think this one actually could be fun with people. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think that maybe if you had a bunch of people in here, like, you might be able to have fun with it. I'll give Battle an A tier. Next up, we got a banger. Sackboy's Swingin' Adventure. This level starts off and you can pick the song that you want to listen to, which I don't think I did that. I think one of my friends set that up, but we're going to listen to Party Rock Anthem. I'm not exactly sure what the concept of this level was, but I gotta say, it's kind of fun. It doesn't look very pretty, but it plays halfway decent, and you can actually like go decently fast with the grappling hook later on. So I mean, It's kind of fun. There's also this like cool like roller coaster segment at the end. And I mean, it has Party Rock Anthem. How could you not love it? This will be our first S tier level. Next up we got Pod, Little Big Hangout, up to 4 players. This level is literally just a pod, except it doesn't have walls, but I mean, it's exactly what you think it is. I made this so then you could have friends and hang out, even though you can do that in the actual pod, but this one's kind of an L in my book. This one kind of gets a D, I'm not gonna lie. After that we got Green Hill Survival Challenge, which I like the idea of it. I like what I was going for. It barely works, and I increased the gravity for some reason, and it's not very fun, and you can cheese it by standing here and just get points that way. I'll give this one a solid D, because it's just not very good. Next up we have a level that's actually really sentimental to me. This was I don't know if it was the very first level I ever made, but it was like one of the very first ones that I made and was like, alright, this one's gas. And this screenshot right here, this was my buddy Blaine and another person that I can't remember their username to save my life, but they both helped me make this level. And that was one of those friends where you always wondered where they ended up. Like, they stopped logging in randomly one day, and I never forgot about them because we would just join creative mode and we would just make levels like this. This level is for sure a memory that will stick with me like the rest of my life, and I'm so glad I have it archived. There's really not much to talk about. There's some really annoying jumps later on, and honestly, design-wise, this level stinks. But you know what? Just because of sentimental value, I'm putting this one at the very top of S tier, and I really don't think it's gonna move from there. Next up, we got Jumpin'. Can you imagine what you do in this level? You jump from platform to platform, and then you climb from controller to awesome face. And then there's some really terrible, awful jumps at the end that I truly couldn't tell you what I was thinking when I made this. I failed, like I'm the master of my own levels. I made them and I couldn't even do these jumps for the video. I did eventually do them, but like, come on, this level gets a fucking D. This level sucks. Next up we got Little Big Trials, which this is a nothing burger of a level. I'm already throwing this one into C tier. Next up we have an absolute banger, The Revenge of Waffles. In this level, there's 3 trials that you have to complete. Trial 1 is not touch this waffle that's electrified. The second is just don't walk up there because that's a fake platform. You fall through it and you just walk under it. And then finally, the 3rd trial is do the thing you did in My King's Lair, but this time with electricity instead of fire. You might be saying, why is this level a banger? It's because Do You Like Waffles is being sung the entire time by the Sackbot in like 14 kbps. It's awful and it's awesome and I love it, and this level is an S tier. And finally we have levels that I'm actually proud of. I know, crazy. Like the other ones, like I said they're good, but they're not. I just love them because of how stupid they are. But this is the Return to Little Big Planet, a 2-part series that was gonna be way longer than that, but either way, you start off, you fall from the sky, and a little plot synopsis is that you meet the king from the gardens in LBP1, and he basically introduces you to this place called the Dreamosphere, and something seems to be going awry with it, so it's up to you to investigate what's going on. So this leads us to part 2. By the way, we're lumping this in as one level. In part 2, you have to go to Sac City to figure out what's going on with the Dreamosphere, and it's basically just reusing Canyon's layout from LBP1, but it's okay because it looks different and it plays alright. And I even like had some little areas with like prize bubbles you can find, and it's cool. And look at the Sac City sign. You have to help Meg find this key. So you go through like this factory at the end, and then you find the key, and then you go down, and then that starts level 3, which never got made. Funny enough, I actually have the level file for like the beginning of 3, which I'm showing now, and it didn't get very far. You just kind of bounce on this moon, and then that's it. That's like the whole level. But no, I'm actually proud of this series, except for these like fire things that like shoot up in this part that like don't. I'm convinced you can't get hit by them. Like I was trying to here and I just couldn't get it to work. But oh well. Either ways, I think these are actually like decent levels. Like I'm pretty proud of them. So I'll put them in A tier. They will never beat the Revenge of Waffles, the good bad level though. Like those are some like certified bangers. Hey, so I'm recording this later because I forgot, but a random level, that's another one, and it's like this weird like it's like, no, I mean, do you see it? You grab different sides and you just go, this level's a fucking just throw it in C, it's fine. Anywho, that's my Little Big Planet levels, and I mean, I don't know, they mostly suck, but hey, you know, it's fine because I have memories with them, so you know they mean something to me, and you can play them now. They're on Beacon on my profile. Profile's just SJDE if you ever want to play them. They're not good, like I stated before, but you know, it is what it is. This video is very much just I wanted to ramble, so I will end this now. Later.